Gilbert.
Yes.
First name?
Paul.
Paul Gilbert. That's not on our list. Is that okay? We still don't have a final, but Paul Gilbert is not on our list. As soon as we get a final, we'll let you know. If you'd like, counsel, we could call you and let you know when we get a final. Unless you just want to, you're fine where you are. But if you'd like, we can call you. It's up to you.
I'm fine. Can I stay fine for about 30 minutes and then give you a contact number if necessary?
Absolutely. We should know well within 30 minutes, I would hope.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you get sick of waiting, let us know.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So who are you ready on? Anybody?
1, 2, 3, but 2 is a female.
Okay.
5, 9, and 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, and 10.
Yeah, but 9 and 2 are females.
Okay.
Actually, that number is
You're good.
Hi, good morning. Mr. Aisha.
Hi, Mr. Aisha. This is the Magistrate Kleperic. So far, we do not have Abdul Aziz on the morning docket. We don't have a final yet. We should have a final in the next 15 minutes or so, but I wanted to give you a heads up. So far, he's not on the list. We'll call as soon as we get a final. I'll have the Madam Clerk or the court officer call when we get a final and let you know for the morning.
Truly appreciate that. I'll look out for the call.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I have to get that photo for Davis. Well, that's the females. Go ahead. Magistrate Kleperic, we just have 7 guys and 4 females, correct?
7 and 4. That would be 11. So far we have 13 on the list, and I don't think it's final. So I think we got a few more than that.
All right. Are you ready to start with the game?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoever's been interviewed and whoever you're ready, we're ready to go when you are.
Copy that.
Thank you. You ready? Thanks. He's going to grab some people. You want a coffee or tea or something? Sorry. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. No sleep last night. I'll get it. I'll get it. Good morning. Is this how it was? Where do you want to
King. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning. Your name, sir?
Antonio King.
Thank you, Mr. King. Mr. King, you're here for case number 2006-0452, People State of Michigan versus Antonio King, also known as Antonio Nathaniel Mumford, Antonio Nathaniel King. Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Shelton on behalf of the defendant, Mr. King. My client is formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands guilty.
Thank you, Counselor. The court waive formal reading and her plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court dates in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 35 years old. He lives with his mom. He's a lifetime resident. I believe he has one child, Your Honor. He hasn't gotten in any trouble in about 2 years, Your Honor, according to my records. He did get his DBD. He works on houses. He does take medication for his mental illness, high blood pressure, asthma. Your Honor, although these are very serious charges at this time, there are still allegations. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a nominal bond that reinstates the community safety into consideration, Your Honor. But he does have great family ties, community ties, support from his mother. So I'm respectfully asking for, if you're going to deny a personal bond, a very nominal bond, or what the court finds reasonable here, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sister Counsel, Mr. King, these are a very serious assaultive allegation. The court is going to schedule 2 court dates, Mr. King, that you must attend them both. Probable cause conference Wednesday, September 23rd. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Monday, September 28th, both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. King, both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information if you're able to make bond on how to connect, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Mr. King, the court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. The court has concerns regarding the serious nature of this allegation as well as your prior criminal convictions. The court takes into consideration the current epidemic facing the nation and employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. Mr. King, during this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. And good morning. Absolutely no contact with Delano Frazier. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No contact with Mr. Frazier. Is that understood, Mr. King?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Given the information alleged in the investigator's report, which includes the allegations that of your assault allegedly resulted in injuries being treated at a St. John's Hospital, the concern that court has regarding that individual's safety, bond is set $8,010%. Good luck, Mr. King. Is everything okay, officer?
Have a seat, break it. 800. Except for the white line, say your first and last name.
Angelo Brown.
Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Good morning.
Mr. Brown, you're here for case number 18046-237, People State of Michigan versus Angelo Brown.
Justice Shelton on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Brown, who waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands guilty.
Court waive formal reading and her plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 31 years old. He has no priors. He's a lifetime resident of Detroit. He's getting married in October. He's been to be his father. He is employed at Nero 15. He is a graduate of Brown High School. He's got great community ties, family ties. Your Honor, this incident appears to be from October 2018, so it does have some age to it. And given the family ties, community ties, and the pandemic, I'm respectfully asking the court to consider this.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Brown, this is a very serious allegation and it has concerns regarding the safety of the alleged victim, Michael Zeal, and it appears that This is an assaultive allegation. The court takes into consideration the information alleged in the investigator's report provided by counsel, the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as relates to ability to post bond. The court's unaware of any capious history or criminal convictions. It appears you have ties to the community. For those reasons, Mr. Brown, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Michael Zeal. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And you have a court date scheduled that you must attend on October the 7th. That's a pretrial. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Mr. Brown, that will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Absolutely.
And based on the information alleged in the investigator's report, prior to being released, you're going to be fit with the GPS tether. Your bond is $10,000 personal bond. Mr. Brown, absolutely no contact with Michael Zeal. Listen to the court so you don't get locked back up just for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, counsel.
May I approach?
Yes. Stand by.
Put your mask on there. Just so.
Officer Levy, okay? Okay, Mr. Brown, anything further?
No, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, good luck, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Counsel, good morning. Who do you have, sir?
David Riggins, Your Honor.
David Riggins. David Riggins is not so far on our morning list. However, this is not a final list. So if you want to hold tight, we should get a final list hopefully in the next 15 minutes or so. Or we could take your number and call you back if that would be easier for you, whatever is easiest for you.
You know what? I'll hold tight, Your Honor. No problem.
Okay, if you get sick of holding tight or if you got somewhere else to go, just let us know. We'll take your number down and give you a shout once we figure it out, okay?
Awesome, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning, Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw, you're here for a couple of reasons, so we're going to get through them one at a time. First, did you have an opportunity to read, sign, and understand an advice of rights form today?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Shaw, you have warrants for your arrest at 36th District Court for failing to appear. On these matters, the court is about to handle. You're going to be released on a personal bond, and the court is scheduling a pretrial date. You must attend October the 16th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Christopher Blount. That hearing will be heard via Zoom, Mr. Shaw, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And on this, you're here for ticket number 144399954. Took place on or about May 19, 2014. Count one. Stand by. Madam Clerk, it looks like we don't have count one, but we have the ticket for it, but then we don't have the I know it says count two. Could you see if it's in the system? Stand by, Mr. Shaw. We want to make sure to get all your warrants recalled for you. And we're just checking to make sure this is everything that we have. Just one moment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So count one is closed on that matter. So we're here for count two only, which is drive while license not valid. Bond is $100 personal bond. That one charge, Mr. Shaw, is a misdemeanor charge carrying up to a $500 fine and or 93 days in jail is a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall the warrant, set aside capious under plea of not guilty on that one matter. As a reminder, Mr. Shaw, you have a Zoom hearing on that allegation, October the 16th, 8:30, 36th District Court in front of Judge Christopher Blount. Mr. Shaw, you're also here for case number 2005993, People State of Michigan versus Ronaldo Emery Shaw, also known as Ronaldo Shaw. Counselor.
Mr. Chairman, we have this done, Mr. Shaw, my client waives formal reading, understands the constitutional rights and stands mute.
Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Shaw, on this matter, the court scheduling a different court date, and it is going to be scheduled October the 7th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. As with the prior matter, Mr. Shaw, that matter will be held via Zoom, heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology similar to what we're using today. You'll get information on how to connect before you release, but it's your responsibility to connect October 7th. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Your Honor, my client was in Detroit work, and he did complete his GED. He works for he just does landscaping whenever he can pick up a job, Your Honor. This incident appears to be from back in May, and his last conviction, according to my knowledge, Your Honor, is from 2 years ago, Your Honor, which is community ties. I'm respectfully asking the court to as well to grant a personal bond, Your Honor. Here's that involvement as well.
Thank you, Sister Counsel. Mr. Shaw, this is a very serious allegation. The court has concerns not only with your prior criminal convictions, but with your capious history that the court just handled. With that capious history, that tells the court, Mr. Shaw, that you do not appear as ordered on unrelated matters, given the court concerns regarding your intention to appear and handle this matter as ordered. Court takes consideration of the serious nature of this allegation, which is non-assaultive, the information provided by counsel, the current epidemic facing the nation, lack of employment status as it relates to ability to post bond, and information alleged in the investigator's report. During this bond, Mr. Shaw, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and do not go to the premises or area of any Home Depot. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. For those reasons, bond is set $8,500 personal bond. You're being released on all matters in front of the court this morning on a personal bond, Mr. Shaw. Make sure and show up to court as ordered so you don't get locked back up just for not showing up. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Mr. Shaw.
Thank you.
All right, step out, Lucy.
You're welcome.
Next matter.
Officer?
Somebody line? First,
Could you do me a favor? Are you okay? Could you call back? I know they don't have a final, but could you, if they do, yes, and if they do know it's a final, if they could see if they got Paul Gilbert
Lined up.
or Abdul Aziz. Those are the two attorneys that are waiting to see if they make the final list. Paul Gilbert and Abdul Aziz, if they know. Good morning, your name?
Ryan Dudley.
Good morning, Mr. Dudley. You're here for case 2006-0028, People State of Michigan versus Ryan Dudley, also known as Ryan Lee Dudley. Ryan Lee Dudley, counselor.
Judge Shadow, Justice Minister Dudley, my client was formal reading, understands the constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Thank you, Counselor. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Dudley, the court scheduling two court dates. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference Wednesday, September 23rd. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Wednesday, September 30th. Both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Both will be heard, Mr. Dudley, via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 28 years old. He has no prior convictions. He's a lifetime resident of Detroit. He lives in St. John. He's the father of three. He's got great family ties. He also has community ties. He's employed at Blue Deli. He's a high school grad. And I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you, Sister Counsel. Mr. Dudley, these are very serious assaultive allegations. The court has concerns regarding your prior criminal convictions, which include convictions for similar related nature of the before the court this morning. The court takes consideration the information alleged in the investigator's report, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status and information provided by counsel as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as the very serious assaultive allegations before the court and the information alleged in the investigator's report. Mr. Dudley, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Anisha Abram. And that no contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No contact, is that understood?
Yes.
Your Honor, the complaining witness is, they share a child together, so I just, if Mr. Dudley is, going to be being his child or whatever arrangement they have, I don't want him to get in trouble with the court.
Whatever, if there's a court order outstanding regarding child custody, this does not affect that order regarding your ability to see your child. However, you are to have no contact with Miss Abram, period. And that if there is a separate court order the court is unaware of that allows for you to have custody or visitation of your children, that is the exchange of children is to be conducted through a third party. So, and through that third party or through any form of communication, there is to be none with Miss Abram. Is that understood?
Yes.
And you are not to go back to the premises or area of 20309 Braille, Detroit, Michigan. Is that understood?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And if you're able to make Bonnier to be fit with the GPS tether, given the information placed on the record. The court notes that the serious assault of allegations alleged in the investigator's report, which alleged that assault occurred extensively to a point where she believed that she lost consciousness. You're also to have no contact with Caitlin Gilmer, and that as well means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No contact with Caitlin Gilmer. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And given the information placed on the record, your bond on this matter set in the amount. $15,010%. Good luck. Yes.
Respectfully, I know the court made a decision, but would the court consider a personal bond with a tether? Because my client makes $12 an hour when he is working for his ability to keep on.
The court already imposed the tether, and I appreciate the argument. The court took consideration employment status. The court has concerns. He has a previous conviction for a domestic violence, a previous conviction for a home invasion. We have an allegation of a home invasion and another allegation of a domestic violence. And the information alleged in the investigator's report is very serious and concerning regarding the alleged injuries and the assault that Mr. Dudley allegedly committed upon the victim. And given his prior convictions and the information alleged, the bond of court said is appropriate. Thank you, Sister Counsel.
The shop, the date was 10/7.
I signed the wrong one.
Yeah, we had to back.
What bond did I give him?
Gave him 85, this one here.
Oh, personal.
500 personal, but you used the other day.
I told him this date though.
Oh, you gave us this.
Yeah. So I just need. Yep. Sorry. Anything further? This is October 7th. All right. And then this is the no contact Home Depot. Sorry about that. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Dudley, do you have any questions to the court regarding bond or your next court date?
Yeah, so my bond is under personal bond, right?
Your bond is $15,010%, $1,500.
Come on, man, step up, man.
Who were we able to? Officer Love? Huh? They're both on there? Councils, it appears both of your clients are on the morning list. So as soon as the files get brought in, we'll have DDC bring them as soon as they get a chance, okay? So the files are getting prepped right now as we speak.
Awesome, thank
But
you.
it looks like they're going in the morning. You're welcome. Oh. And Mr. Aziz was on there too? Okay. Good morning, your name, please?
Young Jordan.
Thank you. So that was on Paul Gilbert and Aziz. So who has Paul Gilbert?
I do.
And counsel, who do you have again? I apologize.
No problem, Your Honor. David Riggins.
Was Mr. Riggins on that? He is? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Mr. Daugherty, good morning. You're here for case 200-55962, People, State of Michigan versus Dion Terry Daugherty, counselor.
Your Honor, can we ask Mr. Driver if he's been interviewed?
Absolutely, yes. Mr. Daugherty,
Yes.
have you spoke with an attorney this morning? Have you been interviewed?
Yes.
Okay, one moment. Your counselor is getting that information. I gotta go find it.
Ready, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is again case 200-55962, People, State of Michigan versus Dion Terry Daugherty. And your name one more time, Mr. Daugherty.
Young Jordan.
Thank you, sir. Counsel.
Just on behalf of Mr. Doherty, my client with formal reading understands the constitutional right to stand mute.
Sister Counsel, court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Mr. Daugherty, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend October the 7th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Mr. Daugherty, that will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Yeah, my client's 59 years old, he's a lifetime resident of Detroit, he has no prior assaultive convictions, he is employed trying to do construction work, he did graduate high school. Your Honor, his incident appears to be from August 2019. This is non-assaultive, Your Honor, although serious, so I'm respectfully asking the court to consider personal bond due to his community ties, the age of the case, non-assaultive, and the pandemic, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sister Counsel, the court takes that information into consideration, Mr. Daugherty, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. Court has concerns regarding your prior convictions. These are very serious allegations before the court, but they're non-assaultive. Court notes the information alleged in the investigator's report, as well as employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to the ability to post bond. Mr. Daugherty, during this bond, you are not to use any alcohol, no marijuana, and no illegal controlled substance. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no driving. Is that all understood?
Yes, sir.
For those reasons, bond is set $18,000 personal bond. Mr. Daugherty, you're being released on a personal bond. Listen to the court, sir, so you don't get locked up for not listening. Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome.
The best man there, Jay.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. You want to step on that white line, see your first and last name?
I'm too sure.
Good morning, your name, please. Good morning, Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington, you're here for a couple of reasons. We're going to get through them one at a time. Mr. Washington, did you have an opportunity to read, sign, and understand an advice of rights form today?
Yes.
Okay, first, Mr. Washington, we're going to handle some matters where you have warrants for your arrest for failing to appear at the 36th District Court. On these matters, the court is inclined to release you on a personal bond. And the court scheduling a pretrial date. You must attend October the 15th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Davis. That hearing on October 15th will be heard via Zoom, Mr. Washington. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Washington, these allegations are in reference to ticket number 162765151, took place March 12, 2016. Expired driver's license, bond is set $5,000 personal bond. And during that bond, Mr. Washington, there's to be absolutely no driving. Is that understood?
Yes.
Case SP 1001907, June 15, 2019. Count 1, fail to display valid license not on person. Count 2, drive unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 3, no insurance on an 07 Chevy, bonds $15,000 personal bond. Ticket number 17341-564, September 22nd, 2017. Count 1, no operator's license on person. Count 2, unregistered motor vehicle. Count 3, no proof of valid insurance on an 02 Chevy, bonds $900 personal bond. Ticket number 173650112, July 13th, 2017. Drive while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance on an 02 Chevy, bonds $600 personal bond. Ticket number 18495-319, December 21st, 2018. Count 1, no operator's license in possession. Count 2, insurance never acquired on an 07 Chevy. Count 3, unregistered motor vehicle, bonds $900 personal bond. Ticket number 1950547, August 30th, 2019. No operator's license in person, bonds $5,000 personal bond. Case number 162761511, March 12th, 2016, drive while license not valid or improper license, bonds $300 personal bond. Ticket number SP 1040761, November 13th, 2019. Count 1, drive while license not valid or improper license. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor on 07 Chevy. Count 3, drive while unregistered or untitled vehicle, bonds $15,000 personal bond. And ticket number SP 993777, May 14th, 2019, failed to display a valid license not on person. Count 1. Count 2, improper plates. Count 3, drive unregistered or untitled vehicle, bonds $15,000 personal bond. Mr. Washington, these allegations are all misdemeanor charges. They carry up to a $500 fine and or 93 days in jail as a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall the warrant, set aside capias, enter a plea of not guilty on each of those open matters. As a reminder, Mr. Washington, you have a Zoom hearing on those allegations, all scheduled same date, time, and location, October 15th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Davis. Is that all understood? Stand by, Mr. Washington. You have an additional matter. One moment. Good morning. How are you?
I got a special request from Ms. Daniels. With this guy, David Riggins, the ATF is asking that you give a monetary.
Well, that's not here nor there. They're not. If they want to make a bond argument, they need to come into court.
Okay, it's a letter in there. They.
Okay. Well, if they want to make a bond argument, they can come
Okay.
into court. Thank you. Okay. So we have a file for Paul Gilbert with an attorney present. If we could bring that gentleman as soon as possible, as well as Saror Abdul Aziz. That gentleman is ready as well, and has counsel. If we could bring him as soon as possible, we'll get more files in a moment, counsel, and I'll let you know. Okay, thank you, Mr. Washington. You're also here for case 18046-518, People's State of Michigan versus Marcus Washington.
Justice Sharp, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Washington, my client believes formal reading understands his constitutional rights and stands mute.
Court will waive formal reading and our plea of not guilty. Mr. Washington, the court is scheduling a pretrial date. You must attend October the 7th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. That hearing will be heard via Zoom. Mr. Washington, it's with the latter matters. It's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 26 years old, he's a lifetime resident of Detroit. He completed 2 years of college, he is employed in Your Honor, this incident appears to be from 2018. It does have to be to it, although very serious charges at the time, Your Honor. They are not assaulted, but respectfully ask the court to consider a personal loss.
Thank you. Mr. Washington, the court takes consideration the information provided by your attorney. Lack of assaultive convictions, the court's aware of. These are very serious allegations, but they are non-assaultive. The court notes the current epidemic facing the nation, your employment status as relates to ability to post bond, and the information alleged in the investigator's report. Very concerning, Mr. Washington, is that large amount of capious history. You failed to appear on a large amount of matters. And the court has concerns where if the court were just to release you on a personal bond, you're going to treat the court date as you've treated many other, it appears, in the past and simply not show up. Why is it going to be different this time, Mr. Washington? If the court releases you on a personal bond, what comfort does the court have that you're going to listen and show up?
Your Honor, because I have a kid and I gotta make sure that he's taken care of the right way, and I know this is a serious matter dealing with a felony, so I have to make sure I do the right thing so I won't get any jail time.
Okay, Mr. Washington, that's all true. You have, it appears, you're indicating you're a father, you have important things to take care of, which the court appreciates. But Mr. Washington, you cannot take care of your business if you're locked up, incarcerated, simply for not showing up to court. So it's very important that you listen to the court's orders and show up to court so you don't get locked up just for not listening. Does that make sense? You have to show up. During this bond, Mr. Washington, there's no driving. Is that understood? No driving.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your bond is $8,000 personal bond. You're being released on these allegations, Mr. Washington. Good luck, sir. October the 7th, pre-trial in front of Judge Bryant. You're welcome.
Put your mask on, say your name.
S-A-R.
Put your mask on.
I'll put my mask
Now
on.
just say your name, brother.
Abdulaziz.
Good morning, Mr. Abdaziz. One moment, we're contacting your attorney. He's about to log in.
Oh, Your Honor.
Yes.
I will be on in just a moment. I'm going to take an exit on the expressway right now and jump in. I figured not hearing from you, we might not be on, so I was driving down to my office. But I will be pulled over in less than 30 seconds to be able to jump on and do this.
Okay, then we'll just, he's on the screen, so we'll wait for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. One moment, Mr. Abdulaziz, your counsel's logging in.
Good.
And thank you, DDC. You guys appreciate you.
Fresh, huh?
Good morning, Counsel.
Your Honor, good morning. Thank you for that accommodation.
No worries. This is case 200603007, People State of Michigan versus Saror Abdul Aziz. Your appearance, Counsel.
Your Honor, good morning to you and your staff. Vincent Haysha, P76506, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Abdul Aziz.
Your P number one more time, Counsel. You broke up just a little.
Thank you, Your Honor. 76506.
Thank you, Counsel. And Mr. Abdul Aziz, your name again, please.
Saror Abdul Aziz.
Thank you. As to the arraignment.
Waive formal reading. Stand Mr. Abdul Aziz mute, Your Honor.
Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference that is October the 7th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. That will be heard via Zoom. Similar technology that we're using today, Mr. Abdul Aziz, it's your responsibility to connect on time. You'll get information on how to do so. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I proceed as to the, thank you, Esteban. Your Honor, this is a 24-year-old young man. His criminal history is limited to a curfew violation in 2018. The allegation here is that there was a burnout that caused rubber damage on a property. This was not an intentional assaultive act. I'll indicate that he has a high school education with some college at Wayne County Community College in electrical engineering. He's a resident of Dearborn. He is married. He has one son, 3 years old, who has special needs. He was recently employed at Amazon. He left that position during COVID to pay closer attention to his son. He anticipates he will have employment in the upcoming months. He is a caregiver for his grandmother, Your Honor. I don't believe that he's a flight risk. He has retained counsel, and he has ties to the community. I'd ask for a personal bond at this time.
Thank you. Counsel, Mr. Abdul Aziz, your counsel has advocated well, as always, on your behalf. The court takes that information in consideration, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. The court's unaware of any capious history or criminal convictions or allegations of assault. The court notes the allegations are serious allegations. They are non-assaultive. The court takes into consideration the lack of employment status as relates to ability to post bond, the epidemic facing the nation, and information alleged in the investigator's report. Mr. Abdul Aziz, during this bond, you are not to go to the premises or area of 3100 Lanyo, Detroit, Michigan. Understood?
Correct, yes, sir.
And there's to be no driving during this bond. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
For those reasons, your bond is $8,500 personal bond. You're going to be released on a personal bond, sir. Listen to the court's orders, as well as your counsel, who I'm sure is going to tell you to make sure and attend the court hearings and follow the orders of the court. I hope all works out well for you both. Anything further, counselor?
No, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck to you both.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
Step out, brother. Just you gonna step on that white line? See your first and last name?
Paul Gilbert.
Good morning, Mr. Gilbert. You're here for case 200-60359, People State of Michigan versus Paul Dean Gilbert. Counselor?
May it please the court, Mary L. Yancey, P70750, on behalf of Mr. Gilbert.
Thank you, counsel. As to the arraignment?
We stand mute, Your Honor, and we waive formal reading.
Thank you. Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Schedule 2 court dates, Mr. Gilbert, that you must attend. Probable cause conference, September 24th, which is a Thursday. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September 29th. Both 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Both will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology similar to what we're using today. It is your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty pleas entered as to the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Gilbert stands before you, Your Honor, with no criminal history with this court or any other court, therefore no habeas history with this court or any other court. Mr. Gilbert has been in contact with the detective in this matter, has always cooperated. As soon as he realized that there was a warrant, the detective contacted me, and the detective gave me the opportunity to walk Mr. Gilbert in, and that is what we did on this morning. He is anxious to resolve this matter just as much as the court is. In addition, he is gainfully employed. He's a lifelong citizen of the city of Detroit and the suburban area. He is employed by multiple employers, as well as he is an entrepreneur in the entertainment industry. We can guarantee, Your Honor, that he will appear at any court date delegated by this court in order to resolve this matter. With that being said, Your Honor, we ask and we respectfully ask that you grant us a personal bond.
Thank you, counsel.
And might I add, Your Honor, he is married with children.
Thank you. This is a very serious assault. These are very serious assaultive allegations. The court takes into consideration specifically counts 1, count 3, count 5, are all possibility of life offenses. These are serious, concerning allegations. The court takes consideration that advocacy provided by your counsel, which includes but not limited to your lack of capious history the court's aware of. The court is, as stated by counsel, unaware of any criminal convictions or capious history in the past or allegations of assault. It appears you have ties to the community. The court considers the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. As stated, these are very serious, concerning allegations, and the court has those concerns regarding the safety of the alleged victim, Miss Deja Fitzgerald, given the information alleged in the investigator's report and the serious nature of these charges. Mr. Gilbert, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Deja Fitzgerald. And that means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Miss Deja Fitzgerald. Is that understood, Mr. Gilbert?
Understood, Your Honor.
And if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Given the information placed on the record, as well as provided by counsel in that very serious, concerning allegations alleged in the investigator's report, given concern regarding the safety of the public, specifically Ms. Fitzgerald, and the serious nature of these allegations, which are assaultive, bond is set. $225,000 cash surety. Anything further, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I briefly be heard on that?
You can be heard as long as you like.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Is there any way that the court can grant my client a 10% bond, even if he has the GPS, even if his house arrest? This is these are allegations, Your Honor.
These are allegations, but they're very serious, concerning allegations, counsel. And the allegations investigators report outline extremely serious, concerning allegations regarding alleged sexual assault on this alleged victim by your client, where just one portion of the allegations indicated that she said, quote, "No, I want this to stop," approximately 17 times. And the assault continues to allegedly occur to a point where the court has concerns regarding her safety.
Your Honor, my client knows that he is to have no contact with her, no contact with this alleged victim. And he does not have a problem with that at all, Your Honor. Even if he were on house arrest, Your Honor, that would making it almost impossible for him to be in her presence anyway.
Right.
Your Honor,
And also, counsel, the court has concerns regarding the serious nature of these allegations. As stated, a number of these allegations carry possibility of life in prison. And the court notes that the information in the investigator's report leans towards the likelihood of conviction. And the court has concerns for those reasons, and the bond is set for those reasons that have been placed on the record appropriately. Anything further?
It would not consider a 10%, Your Honor.
I appreciate the advocacy counsel, and the court considered a 10% bond, but it feels the bond is set appropriately as stated.
Okay, understood, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, counsel.
Step up.
And I apologize, counsel, we don't have your file yet for your gentleman. As soon as we get it, I'll call the matter.
No problem, Your Honor.
See your first and last name?
Gary Fry.
That Riggins guy keep calling. I said, "We gotta come here and talk
Who's on her way?
She's on the way. In here.
Oh, okay.
The attorney keeps calling back here, but I told him you already talked.
About this? Who keeps calling back here?
Huh?
Who keeps calling back here?
Attorney.
Oh, an attorney?
Yeah, so Claudia said she's on her way.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So there's an attorney calling on this one from the people. Okay, good afternoon. Your name, please. Or good morning, your name.
Gary Fry.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. Good morning. Mr. Fry, you're here for case number 180600509, People's State of Michigan versus Gary Carl Fry. Counsel.
Just to judge on behalf of the defendant, Fry, my client, waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Thank you, counsel. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Fry, the court scheduling a probable cause conference. Sir, you must attend October the 7th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles, which will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 48 years old, lifetime resident of Michigan, no prior convictions. He's employed as a roofer. He's a high school grad. This incident appears to be from 2 years ago, October 22nd, 2018, Your Honor. And according to the defendant, Your Honor, my client was doing a roof job for the complaining witness. So I just want to put that on record, Your Honor. And given the family ties and unique ties, I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. This is not assault as well, Your Honor.
Thank you, Sister Counsel. The court takes that information into consideration, as well as the serious nature of this allegation, which is non-assaultive. You have a lengthy prior criminal felony conviction the court considers, a current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as it relates to the ability to post bond. The court considers the information provided by counsel as well as alleged in the investigator's report. During this bond, Mr. Fry, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And do not go to the premises or area of 23720 West 7 Mile Road, Detroit, Michigan. And absolutely no contact with Chuan Bozou, CHUANBOZOU. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Mr. Chan Bozou. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
For those reasons, bond on this matter set in the amount $7,000 personal bond. You're going to be released on a personal bond, Mr. Fry. Just make sure and attend that Zoom hearing date, and then no contact as ordered. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Go ahead and step out.
Hi. How are you? Okay, we've got some more files, counsel. Hold on one second. What we got? 2 females. 2 males. I've asked him like 9 times. So no, those are the females you just gave me, right? one of those days. Okay, wait, I'm sorry, I've asked you at least 4 times, counsel. We got a couple more files. One more time. I'll try to remember this time.
David Riggins.
We got it. Okay.
Beautiful.
And
Thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And DDC, can we bring David Riggins whenever you get a chance, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And then
Put your mask on, man. David Riggins.
the counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay,
Jordan
appearance,
Rassam. Yes, good morning. Jordan Rassam, P75874, on behalf of David Riggins.
Thank you. And your name, Mr. Riggins?
David Riggins.
Thank you. This is case 200-59936, People State of Michigan versus David Antoine Riggins, identified in the complaint as Defendant 2, also known as David Riggins. Counsel.
Your Honor, at this time, my client will waive the formal reading of the warrant and stand mute.
Court will waive formal reading and our plea of not guilty. We'll get the court dates in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is a 34-year-old man. He lives with his girlfriend and his 2-year-old daughter. He's a lifelong Detroit resident, has ties to the community. He works as a roofer for No Limit Roofing Company. He voluntarily turned himself in. We walked him in this morning, and he hired an attorney, knowing the severity of this of the circumstances he's in. He will be at every court date that he is directed to be at. I can guarantee you that, Your Honor. For that, we would humbly ask for a personal bond, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. And DDC, is that correct? Are you getting information Mr. Riggins surrendered himself to authorities?
That's the A from, Your Honor.
Thank you. I appreciate that information. Stand by one moment, counsel. Mr. Riggins, the court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney, as well as the serious nature of this allegation, which is very serious, but they are non-assaultive. The court is scheduling a probable cause conference, Mr. Riggins, that you must attend October the 7th. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Understood, Mr. Riggins?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court takes consideration that information provided by counsel, the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as the allegations set forth in the investigator's report. During this bond, Mr. Riggins, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
You live in Detroit, or counsel, does your client live in, I have a Detroit address. Is that your client resides in Detroit? Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you, counsel, aware if your client's on probation or parole?
He is not. I believe he is not, Your Honor. I'm pretty sure he's not on
Thank
probation
you.
or parole at the time.
Appreciate that. Given the information provided by your attorney, lack of capious history the court's aware of or criminal, the court's concerned regarding your prior criminal convictions, which include assaultive convictions, and the court takes consideration the age of those matters and the nature of the allegations before the court. And for those reasons, bond is set. $14,000 personal bond. Mr. Riggins, you're going to be released on a personal bond. Very important you listen to the court, sir, and make sure to attend that hearing date. No weapons. You have a Zoom hearing October the 7th, and you are not to leave the state of Michigan without permission. Is that correct? You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. Good luck to you both. Listen to the court, Mr. Riggins, so you don't get locked back up, so just for not listening. I hope it works out well for both of you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. DDC, if you could give us a moment, I believe we have Division 1, 2 matters that we could handle. Thank you for your accommodations as always. Good afternoon. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Division 1.
Good afternoon, Judge. I have Warner Jones here in the chair, and I have Kwame Jones on standby.
Thank you. Copy. Appreciate you. Your name, Mr. Warner Jones, and good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
State your full name, please.
Warner Earl Jones.
Thank you. You're here for case number 12058-711, People State of Michigan versus Warner Jones. Counselor.
On behalf of Mr. Jones, my client with formal reading, understands his constitutional rights and standing.
Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. And schedule a probable cause conference, Mr. Jones. You must attend November the 18th. That's at 8:30 a.m. Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, 3rd Circuit Court in front of Judge Jones. Mr. Jones, that matter will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. It's similar to what we're using today. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the file.
Your Honor, my client is a lifetime resident of Michigan. His last conviction, I believe, was in between 2001 and 2006. Your Honor, he did complete the DPD. He is unemployed due to his disability. He gets SSD, Your Honor. And this incident appears to be from 2006 until 2012, Your Honor. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond with the, of course, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Sister Counsel, and the court will take all of that into consideration, as well as the lack of capious history, the current epidemic facing the nation. This is a very serious allegation, Mr. Jones. It is non-assaultive. The court, as stated by counsel, statutorily obligated to set bonding amount of 25% of the alleged arrearages, which allegedly total $40,655. Given the current epidemic facing the nation, employment status as relates to ability to post bond, and the information alleged in investigators report, bond will be set 25% in the amount of $10,163, and that will be a personal bond, Mr. Jones. You're going to be released on this matter, sir. Make sure and listen to the court and attend that Zoom hearing. Good luck.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Thank you.
Welcome. Mr. Jones, you can let the officer know that we're finished, please. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. No, one.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Your name, please.
Kwame Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. You're here for case 2006037, People State of Michigan versus Kwame Lewis Jones. Counsel.
On behalf of the defendant, Mr. Jones, my client with formal reading, understands the constitutional rights.
Court waive formal reading and their plea of not guilty. The court is scheduling two court dates. Mr. Jones, you must attend them both. Probable cause conference, September 23rd, which is Wednesday. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Wednesday, September 30th. Both 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Mr. Jones, both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes.
Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
My client is 23 years old. He's a high school grad. He lived in Detroit his whole life. He has no, I believe, no prior criminal convictions. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider personal bond or what the court finds to be reasonable here. This incident appears to be from July. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. This is a very serious assaultive allegation, Mr. Jones, and the court notes and takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as relates to ability to post bond. The court's unaware of any capious history or criminal convictions or allegations of assault in the past. It appears you have ties to the community. Given the epidemic facing the nation, Mr. Jones, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with LaTanya McBride. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with LaTanya McBride. Is that clear?
Yes.
And if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with a GPS tether, given the information placed on the record as well as alleged investigator's report, and given the nature of this allegation. For those reasons, bond on this matter is set in the amount 5,000, 10%. Good luck, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. Officer, anything further? I think that's the only two we have. Okay, thank you. Thank you, DDC. I appreciate you. Thank you, counsel. It looks like we have maybe 2 males and the rest females. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. Where y'all been? Is everything okay? Love you, all right? Anything I can do for you? Claudia, you all right? I'm sorry. I signed the wrong one. Was this the child support? Sorry. Oh.
Your Honor, number 19 and number 20 have been interviewed.
Okay, thank you, counsel. I don't even have those. Thank you. Did you bring lunch today? What, do you really? Raise your right hand. Do you swear? I don't buy it. Really? Oh, yeah, no, you got something for her? Okay, I was gonna get lunch for everybody. Maybe another day. Right. Did I? Oh yes, I did. I put that in the vault. I didn't know if I was supposed to tell her or not. But then I got. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Congratulations. That's two awesome people. Yeah, so it's nice to see two people like that get together. Oh, it was the same day I did that one. I was just like, wow, this is the same day. That's funny. Yeah, I'm honored to do it. I was telling my brother, and he knows Angelique just by me talking about it. And I was like, yeah, I was like, they're two awesome people. I was like, this normally I don't really care to do. I was like, this one I'm honored to do. Like, more so, I did his wedding. I was like, besides like your wedding, but I didn't like doing his either. I was like, this is the only one ever. Oh, besides you. Good morning. Your name, please.
Terry Gaskins.
Thank you, Mr. Gaskins. Good morning, sir. You're here for case number 200-60460, People State of Michigan versus Terry Jamal Gaskins, also known as Terry Michael Gaskins, Terry Michael Jamal Gaskins. Counsel.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Gaskins, my client with formal reading, understands his constitutional rights and stands be.
Court waive formal reading and her plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference, Mr. Gaskins. You must attend on October the 7th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Mr. Gaskins, that hearing will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology similar to what we're using today. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to bond.
Yeah, my client's 33 years old. He's a lifetime resident of Detroit. He has no prior. He did graduate high school, but unfortunately during the time that he's unemployed, Your Honor, I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond, given the pandemic as well. His community ties and family ties.
Thank you. And employment, I apologize.
He is unemployed, Your Honor.
Thank you, Sister Counsel. And Mr. Gaskin, that's all information the court takes into consideration. Your lack of employment status as relates to ability to post bond, the current epidemic facing the nation. These are very serious felony allegations, Mr. Gaskin. The court's unaware of any capious history or criminal convictions in the past. Court takes consideration of information alleged in the investigator's report. Mr. Gaskin, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be released on a personal bond, Mr. Gaskins, but given the information alleged in the investigator's report, you're to be fit with a GPS tether prior to release. Bond on this matter is $8,500 personal bond. Mr. Gaskin, good luck, sir. Listen to the court. Make sure and attend that Zoom hearing so you don't get locked back up just for not showing up to court. I hope it works out for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, step out to the next man. Say your first and last name.
Good morning, sir. Thanks. You're here for case 200600459, People State of Michigan versus Abdul Fattah Fadel Mozed, also known as Abdul Fattah Mozed. Counsel.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the defendant, Mozed, my client waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Mr. Mozed, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend October the 7th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Mozed, that hearing on October 7th will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you are released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 40 years old, lives in Detroit, so has no prior assault convictions. He is a high school grad. He is employed in the trucking business, and he's also trying to get a part-time job, Your Honor. He's got great family ties, community ties, and outstanding key business, Your Honor. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond, although serious allegation is an unassaulted charge, Your Honor. So I'm respectfully asking that for a personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Mozed, this is a very serious felony allegation, and the court takes consideration your prior conviction, which is a conviction of a similar related matter, but it is not assaultive as well. The court notes the current epidemic facing the nation. It appears you have ties to the community, given the information presented by your counsel, as well as the alleged investigator's report. Court's unaware of any capious history or assaultive criminal convictions in the past. Given your employment status as relates to ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic during this bond, Mr. Mozed, you are not to use any alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance, and you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that all clear?
Yes, sir.
You're going to be released on a personal bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond. Mr. Mozed, listen to the court, sir, in all aspects, so you don't get locked up just for not listening. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Mr. Mozed.
All right, let's move. Have a seat out there with push 1%.
Is that all the males? Thank you, sir. We'll meet you on the female side.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Couple minutes in.
What do we got here? 1, 2, 3. What do you got, about 6 females? Count, 6 or count? 6 females. Oh, man. Do you need any rubber bands or any or paper clips? I got a bucket of paper clips. Do you need these? I can imagine. Sure. Thank you. Oh, it's busy.
That's because school council is finishing up interviews.
Okay.
I think he even switched to another camera.
If he can, if not, we'll deal with it. But if you wouldn't mind asking, I don't know if they can on the female side though. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thanks, Noah. What they say, Sister House? Only one camera? Thank you. Claudia, would you like apple cider? Apple cider? You want one? Claudia, would you like one? Apple cider?
Yes, please. I'll make it. But are we supposed to give them a copy? I don't make her read it.
I don't read it. She said she's going to do the copy book. I've never sent the copy.
No,
I ain't got the copy. Yeah, she's gonna know. I said, well, I asked.
I asked her to make sure something on where she can get it from.
You know what I'm saying? It won't be me.
You laughing at me, just. I want to laugh. You.
Thank you.
No, I'm just. I don't want to start nothing then. It becomes a habit, so that's why I'm asking. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, I just want to make sure, I need to know. Okay, I'll add on nothing else. Okay, bye-bye.
We're gonna add on.
She said she's returned. Oh, wait a minute. That was me. No, I know, I was saying,
Yeah, that's good.
I think it was, where these come from?
Andy's party. Because I did it earlier. But who did you send off? Angela Brown?
No, I was doing,
I don't know. All these is in.
so these, I gotta, what's the bottom?
It's on your team.
These were just copies. That's Mr. Wait, we're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about this.
I don't know.
They don't want to see this done? Mr. Pope, what?
You want me to say it?
I mean,
Okay, so this might be him. Ronaldo. You got Ronaldo, right?
I only, no, I got Marcus stuff. So I'm looking for his,
I didn't take my order, I just pulled it out.
Here, okay, so let me scan this.
They didn't get
Let me
any of
start
that?
scanning.
No, I like that. They did like, I got something.
I've had my credit card still on. Just while it was still in my wallet, the last time. That's what, exactly, that's what I did.
Sure.
One time, when I was in private practice, they stole my business
You're
card.
lying. I was.
In South Carolina, so I luckily just be right on my line.
You want to see it?
So I rushed to the bank. This was.
Everybody's like, you
They said, well, everything prices through. And it basically let them take all your money. Then you file a complaint. I said, no, I'm not. I was like, why you going to steal my money? I was like, I feel like you guys are being part of this. They said, well, we don't have to put it toward that business. And I was like, this is well, this is South Carolina. He is standing in front of me right now. And I'm short. Nope.
But I thought that was weird. Because I could see you. No, we got the costume. Me having to do that in one that I already processed. But these were all pending. They had not processed yet. And you're gonna let these guys process. We got to pay money. That's why you sent them over. Yeah. Yeah, remember when they talked about it? And they don't take them. Oh, no, it's just because you know it's not immediate.
Yeah. What? There you go, Claudia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Really? Was I the only one with the air on last night?
Yes, you are.
That was that.
I had the fan on though.
Oh, let's see. I'm rubbing off on y'all. I'm rubbing off. That's where it starts. That's where it starts, low. You got a little taste of the good life. Next thing's go medium. Then you're gonna have the air on low. Windows crack.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we started the air also. That made my feel. Really happy. Yeah.
I got the air going right now.
My electric bill was almost $400 just for 1 month. I said no.
So that's why I'm lucky at that little apartment. I got the air on right now, and I got my windows open.
Oh my goodness.
But it's beautiful. I could have air going. I have it 24. I haven't shut it off since like 4 months. I just leave it always going. Windows open, and my electric bill never gets over $50. No matter how much I run it, it's running right now.
Oh, I think I'm upset about that.
When I go on vacation, I'll be gone for a week. I'll leave it running just so it's cool when I come home because it doesn't cost me anything really.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, they cost me.
Yeah, I've never paid over $50. Heat's the same way. I can run it nonstop if I wanted to. Not the same as my house. No, my house, I would shut. This isn't an apartment. In my house, my bills would be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would just have to pay money, yeah. I chalked it up. Living good life. What does your parents keep your temperature at in your house, love? What temperature is freezing to you? Is it below 70?
Anything below 80 is freezing.
Oh my. Still busy. I didn't know that. I see that wave just now. Claudia, have you ever seen these things?
Yes. Yes.
You want one?
Look.
It's copper. I don't touch nothing nowadays. Now I got an extended finger.
I was gonna buy that, but I couldn't.
When I can hit all the elevator buttons, I open the door with it.
But I found out what they use it. The store had a plastic one, and I don't even.
No, this is copper.
I know, I saw them.
You want it? You want one? Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I'm gonna use it. Okay. It's just having it in my purse and keep falling out.
I'm gonna put on my keychain. Ready?
Yeah, I saw those. Oh. I got a plastic one. I don't even use it. Throw it on
All right, ladies, this is for the session.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, please.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Could be better.
I understand that. Could you state your name, please?
Tanya Lynn Gordon.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon. You're here for case 200600014, People State of Michigan versus Tanya Gordon, also known as Tania Croft, identified in the complaint as defendant 1. Counsel.
Just concerned on behalf of the defendant, Gordon, and my client, waives formal reading under their constitutional right to stand.
The court will waive formal reading and her plea of not guilty. Ms. Gordon scheduled 2 court dates, ma'am. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference Wednesday, September the 30th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Ms. Gordon, you have a right to a preliminary examination October the 7th, 1:30 p.m., also 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Ms. Gordon, both hearings will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 40 years old. She's a lifelong resident of Michigan. She is employed at Family Dollar and Southwest Pizza. She is a high school grad. She does have asthma, Your Honor. Your Honor, it appears, according to my client, Your Honor, I know we're not going to the facts, I just made a record of it. My client's son is a 12-year-old run away from home and my client was just trying to help him here. Honor, this incident appears to be from May 2020. Respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. Ms. Gordon, do you have other children besides Terod Mitchell?
Yes, I do, sir.
Are they minor children?
No, my son he's 21. He's at home with me. My oldest is 21.
Okay, so Ms. Gordon, these are very serious allegations and are assaultive allegations. The court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney as well as your ties to the community, current epidemic facing the nation, employment status as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as the serious allegations set forth in the investigator's report, which are very concerning regarding the alleged victim's safety. The court notes the lack of capious history or criminal convictions the court's aware of. Ms. Gordon, during this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and no contact with any minor children. Is that understood?
Absolutely.
And that includes Terod Mitchell. No contact with Terod Mitchell, and that means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No contact, period, with Terod Mitchell. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you. And the court has concerns regarding the serious nature of count 1 specifically, that it is a possibility of life for any term of years. These are serious assaultive felony allegations. The court takes consideration the concerns the court has regarding the individual's safety given the information alleged in the investigator's report, which is extremely troubling and serious, these allegations set forth.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going, I have court on Friday with, I'm being compliant with CPS. I have court on Friday with them to go into a plan and to go move forward with our visitation and how we're gonna do stuff like that. Because my son has ADHD.
And that's correct, Your Honor.
And that has nothing, the allegations set forth in the investigator's report are extremely serious allegations, from the fact that it's alleged that you failed to feed the individual, allegedly beat the individual with extension cords and a number of other, allegedly refused to feed and water properly. It's alleged that the individual did not even remember the last time he had something to drink. And the individual allegedly weighed approximately 63 pounds, a 12-year-old boy at the alleged time of this incident. The court could go on regarding the very serious allegations and the nature of the bruises, the malnutrition, and the allegations that were set forth in the investigator's report. All of those have nothing the court sees to do with the individual suffering from ADHD. Anything further, counsel?
No.
Okay. Given the information placed in the record, the concerns the court has, bond on this matter will be set in the amount $200,000 cash surety.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Anything you like.
And Ms. Gordon, before you say anything, I just, as your attorney, I have to advise you that everything you say is being recorded and could be used against you in the future. So I just wanted to advise you of that, okay?
And please mark Ms. Gordon's file medical for the reasons counsel stated. I believe she suffers from asthma and other issues. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Gordon, if anything.
I just wanted to see if you would be able to, because I just went through this a week ago. And when the charges that were just brought up, they were trying to bring out at the same time, but I had got released on the last day of the last month of August. I got released, and they had just signed off for the charges on the 1st, and the worker was trying to have it run with that before I got out, and I was put on my tether. So I was wondering if I could be put back on my tether, because I don't want to lose my job.
I could give you a tether. Okay, I think your question is to the court, correct me if I'm wrong, is you want to be released on a personal bond with a tether? Is that what you're telling the court?
Yeah, I still have my tether on. I still have it on.
Okay. I didn't place the tether on you, did I, Miss Gordon? I don't believe did I handle the case that you're talking about that placed the tether on you?
No, sir.
No? Okay, so I don't have any authority to remove or place the tether. I don't know what case you're speaking of. The court, I did just sign an order appointing you an attorney on this matter. And so any further conversations regarding, I'm not sure what case you're even speaking of, but that's a conversation that you would want to have with your counsel or the judge that has the authority over the tether you're speaking of. I don't. It was not my case, and so I have no authority over that. The issue that we're dealing with in court this morning, Ms. Gordon, is that simply the case that the court has called and the allegations that set forth regarding this alleged incident, and the bond was set as stated by the court, which does not include a tether.
Okay, is it a personal bond?
It is not. It's $200,000 cash surety.
What does that mean?
I don't understand that question. It means that the bond is $200,000 cash surety. If you have any questions regarding what that means, you can speak with counsel. I don't know if you have any questions for your attorney.
All these bonds, different types of bonds were explained during the interview. If you had a personal bond, that means you would have got out today and not had to pay anything to get out. That's not the type of bond you got. You got a $200,000 cash surety bond. So unless somebody can post that in cash for you, you're not getting out today. But as the court already advised you, your attorney at your next court date can always argue bond again for you.
That is correct. Good luck, ma'am. Excuse me, go ahead.
Are they able to call a bondsman with that?
You can do what you like, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, good luck. Good morning, your name? Your full name, please?
China Wakefield.
Thank you, Ms. Wakefield. Ms. Wakefield, you're here for case number 200-45604, People State of Michigan versus China Wakefield. Counselor?
Something I on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Wakefield, my client, Ms. Wakefield. My client, Ms. Formal reading, understands her constitutional rights and stands guilty.
Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Ms. Wakefield, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference you must attend October the 7th. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. October the 7th hearing, Ms. Wakefield, will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it's your responsibility to connect on time.
God, I don't know nothing about Detroit.
Okay. What, you don't know nothing about Detroit?
No, I grew up in Atlanta all my life.
Okay. Is that the statement? I appreciate that information, Counsel Esteban.
Your Honor, my client is 31 years old. She has no priors. She does suffer from mental illness that I believe she's on medication for, Your Honor. She stays in a group home. The complaining witness stays in the group home as well, Your Honor. She doesn't have anywhere else to go. I know the court is, due to the charges and allegations, probably going to order a no contact order. However, because they stay in a group home together, Your Honor, I'm respectfully asking the court to consider non-repulsive contact if possible, Your Honor. She is on several medications for her mental illness. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Tell me about this group home. What was the nature of it? Was she placed there? What's the purpose of the group home?
Ms. Wakefield, Your Honor, I will say that her step parents are her guardians. If that helps. So.
Thank you. Ms. Wakefield, this is a very serious allegation. This is an assaultive allegation. The court's scheduling a probable cause conference. The court's inclined to release you on a personal bond, Ms. Wakefield. But you have a number of things you must do. So if you do not listen, it's likely that you're going to get locked back up. So it's important that you listen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, first, Ms. Wakefield, you have a court hearing that's going to be scheduled October the 7th. And that is going to be via Zoom. That's a technology like we're using today. The court's also signing an order. Oh, no. Is your office going to be handling this matter? Do you know?
Your Honor, it's assigned to
Judge Bryant?
Bryant or Garrett.
Okay. So you're going to be assigned counsel, and it appears that it's the office that spoke with you this morning. And so if you have any questions, that's the individuals on how to connect you need to contact. But it's your responsibility to connect for that Zoom hearing on time. Do you understand? On October the 7th.
I don't know how to get there, sir.
That's what I'm telling you, Ms. Wakefield. It's important that you figure that out before your next court date. If you simply do not figure it out or fail to show up to that Zoom hearing, you might get locked back up in the detention center. So it's important that you figure that out, and the court will get you that information. But you have to figure it out. Do you understand?
May I have the address?
Ms. Wakefield, when you get the paper, any forms you get today regarding Zoom from the Detroit Detention Center, please make sure as soon as you get to the group home, you hand them to somebody and ask them questions about the Zoom information, okay? Only the Zoom information, and maybe they can help you out with that.
Did you hear that, Miss Wakefield? If you don't know, you could ask. She's asked. Your counsel's indicated that you should ask assistance, possibly at your group home. But you have to figure it out or have somebody help you, and if not, call and ask questions. But it's very important that you figure it out or have somebody help you with the connection. You have to show up on the Zoom hearing on for the October 7th. It's very important. Do you understand?
Ms. Wakefield, your attorney will be in contact with you as well. We will call you before your next court date and assist you the best that we can with this, okay?
So your attorney's going to contact you and try to help you with the Zoom, but it's your responsibility. You have to. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Wakefield, the court takes consideration the information provided by counsel, your ties to the community, lack of capious history or criminal conviction, the current epidemic facing the nation, the lack of employment status stated by counsel, as well as the information provided by guardianship. This is a serious assaultive allegation. The court is unaware of any capious history. During this bond, Ms. Wakefield. During this bond. One moment, Ms. Wakefield. You got to listen. Now it's time to listen. During this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. No weapons. And Ms. Wakefield, this is very important. You're to have no contact with Carl. Ms. Wakefield, you pay attention to the court. No contact with Carl Rickett. Is that clear? No assaultive contact with Carl Rickett. Is that understood?
Yes.
No assaultive. This is that one. The group home. The group home. Miss Wakefield, it's very important that you have no assaultive contact with Carl Rickett. No contact with that gentleman of any kind. Is that understood?
Yes.
No contact of any kind, orally, in writing, through a third person, through any forms of social media. No contact with Carl Rickett, period. Is that understood? The court's allowing you to stay in your group home, but you have no contact with Mr. Rickett.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor. He stays in my group home, so I cannot get away from him. If I have no contact with him, he stays in my group home.
Ms. Wakefield, the court is aware, and they are allowing you to stay there. This is your attorney speaking. Just make sure you don't talk to him, as the court already stated. Stay out of his way, stay out of the area. Don't send him any messages. Don't talk to him when you're there. Just mind your own business if possible, respectfully there, okay?
Yes.
And it will only be until your court case is all complete with. While it's pending, no contact. And once that's done, if you're still in your group home and you are allowed to have contact, the court will let you know. So please comply with the court's order until told otherwise, okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. And for those reasons, bond on this matter is set in the amount $10,000 personal bond. You're being released, Miss Wakefield. Good luck. Listen to the court.
All right.
And then I just want to know that Ms. Wakefield does need to do the goal to trade contact with the court.
Thank you so much, counsel. I appreciate your work. That'd be very helpful.
It don't matter. Yeah, what's the matter?
Good morning or good afternoon. Your name?
Good morning. Tiffany Paris.
Thank you, Ms. Parrish. You're here for case 2006-0451, People State of Michigan versus Tiffany Mealy Paris, counsel.
Mr. Chair, on behalf of the defense, Paris, my client with formal reading understands her constitutional rights and standing.
Court waive formal reading on her plea of not guilty. We'll get court dates in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 40 years old and her whole life. She has no priors. She was employed doing makeup and hair. She did complete college. Your Honor, I believe the complaining witness is the neighbors to understand the no contact. They don't reside together, so there should not be any issue with the no contact. She does live with her husband and 3 kids who are dependent on her. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond given the pandemic as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is a very serious assaultive allegation. Ms. Paris, the court takes into consideration the information provided by your counsel as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. The information, these are serious assaultive allegations. The court has concerns regarding the information alleged in the investigator's report. Ms. Paris, the court is scheduling 2 court dates. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference Wednesday, September 23rd. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September 29th. Both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom, Ms. Paris, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but it's your responsibility to connect on time for the Zoom hearings as stated. Ms. Paris, the court takes into consideration the current epidemic facing the nation. Information provided by counsel, including employment status as relates to ability to post bond, lack of capious history or criminal convictions. Very concerning is the assaultive allegations and the information alleged in the investigator's report. For those reasons, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Kawan Pennington. No contact means no contact of any kind, Ms. Paris. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Mr. Pennington. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
And if, given the assaultive nature as alleged in the investigator's report and the nature of these charges, if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Bond is $5,010%. It's $500. Good luck, Ms. Paris.
Great, thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. You too, thank you. Yeah. Correct. Good morning, your name, afternoon, your name, please.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Ariana Washington.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. You're here for case 200600461, People State of Michigan versus Ariana Marielle Washington, counselor.
On behalf of the President of Washington, my client,
For wait, formal reading and her plea of not guilty, Ms. Washington. This court scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend October the 7th. October 7th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That hearing on October 7th will be heard via Zoom, Ms. Washington. It's an off-site streaming technology similar to what we're using today. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes, I'm familiar with Zoom, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Washington. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
The court's entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and your counsel's about to address bond.
My client is 26 years old, lived in Detroit her whole life. She has no priors. She's in college now. She is employed at Triple 8. I believe she does suffer from asthma. Your Honor, this, although serious, is an unlawful charge. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. She is the primary caretaker for her grandma who has dementia, Your Honor.
Thank you for that information. Sister Counsel, Ms. Washington, the court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney, your ties to the community, lack of criminal convictions or capious history the court's aware of, given the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as the information alleged in the investigator's report and serious nature of these charges. Ms. Washington, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Your bond is $10,000 personal bond. You're being released, Ms. Washington, on this allegation. Good luck. Make sure and listen to the court. Attend that Zoom hearing on the 7th of October.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good morning or afternoon. Your name, please.
Melissa Davis.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Could you take your hoodie off of your head? Is that a hoodie? There we go.
Yes.
Thank you. You're okay. Ms. Davis, you're here for case 1804624, People State of Michigan versus Melissa Davis.
Justice Child, on behalf of Ms. Davis, my client is formal reading understanding for constitutional rights and standards.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. The court is waiving formal reading of the information under plea of not guilty, scheduling a pretrial date that you must attend on October the 7th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Ms. Davis, that hearing on October 7th will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client, 39 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit. She has no prior convictions. She is employed at Cornell Health. She's a high school grad. This case appears to be from October 31st, 2018. It's 2 years old. We have some age to it. Your Honor, she's got great family ties, community ties. Respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond given the pandemic as well, Your Honor. And this is an unassaulted charge, although serious.
Thank you, Sister Counsel. Ms. Davis, the court takes into consideration the advocacy provided by your attorney, which includes the lack of habeas history, no criminal convictions the court's aware of. It appears you have ties to the community. The court does consider the current epidemic facing the nation as well as employment status as it relates to the ability to post bond and the information alleged in the investigator's report. Ms. Davis, during this bond, ma'am, you are not to go to the area or premises of any Dollar General. Do you understand?
Yes.
Given for those reasons, bond on this matter set in the amount $1,500 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, Miss Davis. Listen to the court and make sure and attend that hearing on Zoom so you don't get locked back up just for not attending the hearing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good luck, Miss Davis, with everything.
Can I ask a question?
Anything, right? Go ahead.
No, would the bond be dropped? Because I had to come here for, I mean, not the bond, but the warrant, will it be off my name?
On this matter, the court's recalling the warrant. Yep, you have no warrant on this matter. If you fail to show up for that Zoom hearing, that could all change. But as of now, the court's recalling the warrant and is going to release you on a personal bond on this matter. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good luck, Miss Davis.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome. One more. Oh, two females. Did you want to do them together or one at a time? Oh, we just have the one? Okay, sorry. Apologize. Good afternoon. Your name, please.
Shannon Anderson.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. You are here before the court on case number 20045578, People State of Michigan versus Shannon Felicia Anderson, identified in the complaint as defendant 1. Counsel.
Good job on behalf of the defendant, Anderson, who waived formal reading understands the constitutional right.
Court waived formal reading on her plea of not guilty. We'll get to court dates in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client has no prior. She's a lifetime resident of Detroit. She is employed at Ford Motor Company. She's been employed there for 6 years. She's a graduate of Henry Ford High School, and she did do a new fast heating and cooling program, Your Honor. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond given the pandemic as well, Your Honor. I understand this is very serious. This is from back in June, Your Honor. There are allegations at this point. The defendant has informed us that the complaining witness had came to her house when the incident occurred, Your Honor. But I'm respectfully asking the court for a personal bond.
Thank you. The court is going to schedule a pretrial date, Ms. Anderson, that you must attend September 21st, which is a Monday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Ms. Anderson, that will be heard via Zoom. That's a similar technology to what we're using today. If you're able to make bond before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but it is your responsibility to connect on time, understood?
Yes.
Okay, during this, the court takes into consideration the information provided by your counsel, your ties to the community, lack of criminal convictions, or capious history the court's aware of. This is a very serious allegation. It's assaultive allegations. The court is concerned regarding the information alleged in the investigator's report, which is included but not limited to allegations of assault, where you allegedly punched the individual in the face 5 to 6 times, and with causing injuries regarding hospital treatment, where the alleged victim feared for her life during the attack and allegedly is still in fear. And for that reason, if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. During this bond, you are not to have any contact with Kaya Williams. No contact with Kaya Williams is no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that understood?
Yeah, yes, that's understood, Your Honor, but I don't get to say none of my side of this yet, right? Cause
Ms. Anderson, this is your attorney speaking. Everything you say right now is being recorded and will be used against you, and it could be used against you. You will have an opportunity to speak to counsel in private before your next court date, okay? And you'll have the opportunity to say all that you want to say. So as of today, unless you want to ask anything about bond or your next court date, for your own protection, I would advise you to please not say anything, okay?
Okay.
And thank you. And for those reasons, the concerns the court has given the information alleged in the investigator's report. Bond is $3,510%. That's $350. Ms. Anderson, are you currently working?
Yes.
What are your hours? Okay, well, what are your hours of employment? Well, the court's fitting. Go ahead.
6 in the evening to 5:12 a.m.
Okay, so till 5:12 a.m.?
Yes, I work third shift.
Okay, how long does it take you to get home?
About a half hour.
So you'll be home by 6 or 6:30? 6:30 a.m.?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, so the court's what days do you work? Monday through Friday?
Tuesday through Friday.
Tuesday through Friday. The court is allowing you to go to work Tuesday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 6:30 a.m., and we'll include that in the order regarding the GPS tether. Good luck, Ms. Anderson. I hope it works out well. Listen to the court.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Officers, do we have any males or females at 48 hours that you're aware of?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, officer, for your help this morning and always. Have a nice afternoon, sir.
Thank you as well.